So another important concept that we teach them too is my attention engine. So, what we're doing is we're laying down some of the foundational concepts, of course, one at a time, not all together. And you choose whichever cognitive skill is appropriate to the moment. But so far, we've talked about the importance of being able to identify your internal energy, being able to monitor it and hopefully transform it with some sort of specific chosen activity. So that's self-regulation. Then we really help the children understand that sequencing out tasks is how you succeed. That's how you identify what are the different pieces in the task and how to succeed. Then we want them to understand that you have an attention engine in your brain, and your attention engine is either on or off. And if you're going to be in a classroom setting or even, on a sporting field trying to learn something, your attention engine needs to be on, and you have to push the alertness button so that you can pay attention to the content you need to learn or the instructions you need to follow, and then send that information into your brain so that you can behave appropriately or learn well in the moment. So everyone has an attention engine in their brain. Now, that attention engine has a few parts. And while we don't go over all 7 parts of the attention engine at the same time, we'll talk about a section of it at a time with our executive function students, or, even when I'm just talking in a general classroom. I'll say, you've got an attention engine and you want to turn it on so that it's alert when it's time to learn something. And when you know that it's time to learn, you rev up your attention engine, and now it's almost like you've got a flashlight in the middle of your head. And that flashlight is going to shine on the target of your attention. So on the left-hand side here, you see we've got alerting is time to turn on your attention engine. And then selecting is turning your headlights or your flashlight so that you can focus on the target of your attention. And if you want to use the poems, these are from Musical Thinking as well. If you'd like to use the poems with them or write your own poems, again, we try to infuse a little bit of playfulness and fun as we're teaching the children what are executive functions, that executive functions are cognitive skills. Cognitive skills can be learned, and one cognitive skill is attention. So you've got to turn that flashlight on, so you know that you're alert. Then you got to shine that flashlight on the target of your attention. Now, what do you do next? You have to attend. So attending is actually sending the beam of the headlights or the flashlights consistently toward the target. So you can picture, you need to turn it on, and then you've got to choose your target, right? Whether it's your teacher or your parent or your friend, whoever you're listening to or hanging out with. And then you need to direct the energy of the light to the person or thing that you're trying to understand. And that's basically what attending is. So that's kind of cool, because attending is just sending the energy of the flashlight to the target of your attention so that you can learn. So those are the 3 important things: alerting, selecting, and attending. Now, we know that we drift. In fact, during the 20 minutes that we've been together so far, you've drifted. You might have been texting, or you might be online, shopping. We all drift. Drifting is natural. And we tell the children, drifting is not the D word. Drifting is your brain taking a break when it's had too much stimulation on the one hand, or needs more stimulation on the other hand. Your brain takes a break, and that break is called drift. And we tell them, no one can focus every second or hour. Just be aware when you drift. No need to feel sour. As quick as a flash, you'll be on it again. The topic of choice, you know when to say when. So just by doing this activity, talking with children about the fact that they have an attention engine, talking about the fact that we've got to alert it, we've got to turn it on, we've got to shine our flashlight on the target of our attention, we need to attend, and then sometimes our brain's going to take a drift. It's going to take a breather. The difficult part is re-alerting and reselecting. That's where the children have the most trouble, because when they're drifting and they're thinking about something else, or they reached over to pick something up, or they leaned over to talk to a friend in class, sometimes they have trouble reselecting the appropriate target. So as an example, I was in a classroom recently where the teacher gave instructions regarding a homework assignment, and several of the children weren't paying attention. And the teacher said, "Okay, guys, we're going to go over this again." So she gave them a verbal prompt. "Right now, we're talking about your homework assignment for tonight. So I need all the flashlights on me because this is going to be really important. Ready, everybody? The assignment for tonight is..." And so what she's doing, she's helping them. She's cueing these children by saying, not punishing them. "We know drift is normal. I see you guys drifting. All right, so let's re-alert over here, everybody." And then she's, giving them another opportunity in order to re-alert, reselect, and attend to her, because she needs them to learn this content now. So just remember, drift is natural. It's normal. We all do it. What we've got to do is learn and practice how to re-alert and reselect to the appropriate target in the moment when we need to learn.